Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavati Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Sarasatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Rashtraprayesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 50. Krishna establishes Dwarka. Text number 18. Tava Rama Yadi Shraddha Yudhyasva Dhairyam Udvaha Hitva Va Mat Sharaihi Chinnam Deham Swaha Yahi Mam Jahi Tavarama Yadi Shraddha Yudhyasva Dhairyamudvaha Hitva Va Macharasai Chinnam Deham Svar Yahi Mam Jahi Tavarama Yadhi Shraddha Yudhyasva Dhairyamudvaha Hitva Va Macharascharais Chinnam Deham Svar Yahi Mam Jahi Tavarama Yadi Shraddha Yudhyasva Dhairyamudvaha Hitva Va Macharashai Chinnam Deham Svar Yahi Mam Jahi. Ladies, Tava, your, Rama, O Balarama, Yadi, if, Shraddha, confidence, Yudhyasva, fight, Dhairyam, courage, Udvaha, take up, Hitva, leaving aside, Va, either, Mat, my, Sharaihi, by the arrows, Chinnam, cut to pieces, Deham, your body, Swaha, to heaven, yahi, go, mam, or else, me, jahi, kill. Translation and purport by the disciples of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivinoda Swami Srila Prabhupada. You, Rama, should gather your courage and fight with me. If you think you can do it, you may either give up your body when it is cut to pieces by my arrows, and thus attain to heaven, or else kill me. This is a very small purport. According to Acharya Sridhar Swami, Jarasandha suspected that Lord Balarama's body was indestructible, and thus he offered what might be a more practical alternative, that Balarama kill Jarasandha. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gauravakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Namaha Pankajanabhaya Namaha Pankajamaline Namaha Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangraye. Hare Krishna. For those who have not come regularly for Bhagavatam class, the introduction is now after knowing that Kamsa's two wives, they are actually daughters of Jarasandha. So they went back to Jarasandha, and then Jarasandha was very, very angry that Krishna killed Kamsa, his own maternal uncle. So he, along with so many other kings and 23 Akshoni Senas, they have attacked Mathura. Then Krishna and Balaram, they saw how the danger appeared for Mathura Vasis, and immediately Krishna decided that why I have come, I have incarnated myself to establish dharma, to protect the sadhus and kill the miscreants. So as soon as he thought like that, and then from Vaikuntha, all his Divya Rath chariot and all the divine weapons have appeared for both the brothers Krishna and Balaram. So it is the custom of demoniac people, it is their nature, that they don't see their own faults. Right? Kamsa killed, Krishna had a reason to kill Kamsa, right? But Kamsa had no reason to kill his own nephews, that too small, small children, right? So it is very, very, in America, in the jails are very dangerous, everywhere. So in America, they have they give special treatment to those child abusers and child killers. Yeah, somebody who has killed some women or serial killers and all, they consider themselves saintly, in front of child abusers and child killers. Shishudantaka. So it is considered in America also, the demons, they think like that. But this comes worse, he killed his own nephews. That is okay for Jarasandha. But in the previous verse, he is criticizing Krishna that you have killed your own relative, Bandhuha, right? So, in the last verse, he's saying, Tav aha magado viksha, he Krishna purushadhama, na tvaya yodham ichchami, balenaika lajjaya, guptena hi tvaya manda, na yotsye yahi bandhuhan. So he's saying that Jarasandha looked at the two of them and said, O Krishna, lowest of men, I do not wish to fight alone with you, since it would be a shame to fight with a mere boy. You fool, who keep yourself hidden, who murder of your own relatives, go away, I will not fight with you. He's saying Purushadhama. So Vishwanath Chakravarti in his commentary, he says, but actually Purushadhama ka matlab Saraswati sitting on his tongue, giving another meaning. Purushadhama means one who keeps all the other Purushas, Adhama means low. That's why he is known as Purushottama. Yeah, actually he wanted to say Purushottama, another it is Purushadhama, like that he is saying. He's saying, Balanekena Lajjaya. You go because you are Supreme Lord. Bala, means you are the father of Brahma. So I will not be able to fight with you because you are Vishnu. That's why go away. Then Bandhuhan means Bandhan, one who destroys material bondage. Krishna Chakravarti gives the meaning like that. So there was a ferocious fight between Krishna and Balaram and Jarasandha. Krishna and Balaram, they walked out of Mathura to fight with very few Sainiks. Krishna and Balaram, they are enough, right? So, Prabhupada says in Krishna book, it is not meant for the way the war was described. When Krishna killed so many of the Sainiks, their heads were cut. For some hands were cut, for some legs were cut. Like that, all the animals also, their heads and hands and legs and all are cut. And there was a river of blood flowing in Mathura. And all these bodily parts of the soldiers and the animals, they are floating across the river of blood, not in Yamuna. Right? You can see how the ferocious fighting it was. So, actually, it is mentioned that In Bhagavatam 10 canto, we hear, Gopi Geet. Jayati te dikam janmana vraja shrayata indira shashvadatrahi daita drishyatam dikshutavaka tvaidruta shrava tvam vichinvate. So, in that verse, it is mentioned that Lakshmi Devi, when she came to know that Krishna is going to appear in Vraj, before that only Lakshmi Devi came to reside in Vraj. Because Lakshmi is residing permanently. Everywhere, Lakshmi is worshipped by all demigods and Rakshasas, everybody. But here, Lakshmi Devi is searching from house to house. Where is my husband? Where is my husband? So that's why, because she is residing permanently in Vraj, the opulence has increased millionfold. All of them. And not only that, there Prabhupada says, opulence previously means enough grains, enough milk, curd, and butter, right? Then all the gopis, they would Udgaitanam Arvindalochanam Vrajangananam Divamasprashadhvani Dadnascha Nirbandana Shabdamikrito Nirasyate Yena Dishama Mangalam. So when they are actually churning the dahi, they are thinking about Krishna, and all this it is making noise, the rod of the the Himantan, and it is purifying all the three worlds. So in this regard, there is one Acharya, Thirumangai Alvar. He says that because Lakshmi Devi was residing all the time in Vrindavan, the cows also are so happy that the cows are giving such a very high quality milk that it was so thick and very fragrant that the milk, like in general, nowadays, if you boil 1 liter milk, you may get 100 grams ghee or something like that, right? That much only. But in Vrindavan, they would milk such a nice milk, nice high quality milk, that 1 liter milk would give 1 liter ghee. 1 liter ghee. But dahi was so thick, dahi was so thick. So Krishna was thinking that these gopis and all are very dear to me, and it is very, very hard, and they are very slender and very beautiful. They don't have so much physical strength. So it is very, very difficult for them to, churn the very thick dahi. That is why Krishna decided, I have come here, then I have given you such a thick dahi. Why you want to dilute it and drink as buttermilk? So he would not allow the gopis to churn the dahi and make it into buttermilk. So Thirumangalvar says that whenever he would see pot of the buttermilk, he would kick with his feet and break the pots like that. So then once Krishna is black, and then he would early in the morning they would churn the dahi, and then he would catch hold of the ropes that they are using, for churning. Then they are wondering how it stopped, because Krishna is black, rope is black. So how it's not visible, like that. The pots are black, like that. So it is not visible, So they were wondering who is stopping, like that. So in this regard, Bilva Mangal Thakur says, very beautiful words he wrote. Abhinava navanita snigdham apita dugdham dadikana paridigdham mugda mangam murari dishatu bhuvana krishra chedati pincha gucha chavi navasikhi pincha lanchitam vanchitam naha. So the meaning of this verse, the first two lines describes how the thick dahi is so thick that it took some time for them to make it into little solid liquefy the dahi. So the first two lines described how thick so dahi is so thick like that, and then the next two lines describing now when it becomes a little bit liquefied, then it became easier for them to then so it is mentioned by Bilvamangal Thakur that when Krishna would go and stand near them, then all these little bit drops that are because of churning, they would fall on Krishna's blackish body, and it looked like Krishna is black, and it looked like the abharana of pearl necklaces that Krishna is wearing. So let that Krishna fulfill all your desires, like that Bilvamangal Thakur is saying in this verse. So it is mentioned that when the gopis, they were churning the milk, dahi, then their ornaments, they would make sound, creating sound, and their singing of Krishna's pastimes, is making sound, and and then the churning rod is also making sound. So then you just imagine 5 lakh gopis early in the morning, they are churning, and they are making, and they are singing Krishna's glories, pastimes, and they are singing, all these sounds are being produced. Then these auspicious sounds have purified, the entire universe, the entire universe, like that. So it is, so why I'm saying this, that Krishna is so fond of all these gopis and the gopas, Vrajavasis, that Krishna has decided, like also it is mentioned that one one of the ladies, she is thinking her daughter-in-law became spoiled because always saying Krishna, Krishna. Somehow or other, I want to save this girl from Krishna. Then she told, I think if you are free, you will be, your mind will be disturbed, always thinking about Krishna. So you do one thing, you go and sell all this dahi, doodh and ghee, better like that. But Krishna is already, it is mentioned that Vikretu Kamakila Gopakanya Murari Padarchita Chittavrittihi Dadhyaki Mohavasa Lochat Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. So, Murari Padarchita Chittavritti, because their minds are absorbed in the, Krishna's lotus feet, Murari. They, instead of saying, Doodh le lo, dahi le lo, ghee le lo, they are saying, Govind le lo, Damodar le lo, Madhav ko le lo, right? Govinda Damodara, Madhaveti, like that. So why Krishna will not eat in such gopis' houses? Bilvamangal Thakur says like that. So anyway, why I am saying this? Krishna thought, I have to save these gopis and gopas from the wrath of this Jarasandha, because and on one side Jarasandha, another side Kalayavana, and then other side so many Kamsa's friends, they were attacking, Mathura again and again, Mathura again and again. So it is mentioned that actually Krishna thought, let this Jarasandha again and again bring armies. And then so that I can sit one place, I can stand in one place and kill all of them. Like Parashurama had to go all over India to kill Kshatriyas, right? But Krishna thought, let him, Krishna is very intelligent, Krishna thought, let him bring everybody in one place, I will kill them very easily. Like that. So like that, Kamsa, this Jarasandha brought 18 times Sena. And then Krishna killed so many soldiers. Prabhupada writes in Krishna book that previously when Lord Vishnu killed the demons, they have not got liberation, but they all took birth as the kings, Kshatriyas in Dwapar Yuga. Right? How many of you remember? What are the 5 super excellent qualities of Krishna? Please raise your hands. So many times I told in the class. Huh? No. That is Madhuri. 5 super excellent qualities of Krishna. Krishna book, last chapter, Prabhupada writes. So many times I told. I think? First one is? Bolo? अरे बाबा नहीं देख के नहीं can't hear. Okay, I will tell. Yeah, mic दो ना mic. Five super excellent qualities.
He doesn't get old.
No, they are Divya Gunas. 8 Divya Gunas. I will tell. Number 1, before Krishna appeared, Ganga is very famous for delivering people. But Yaduvamsha became very, very powerful. If somebody who is thinking about Yaduvamsha, they will become delivered. Right? Number 1. And then number 2, previously when other avatars, when they would kill the Rakshasas, they will not get liberation. Only when Krishna kills, but the speciality of Krishna's appearance is, Krishna gives liberation even to the demons killed by him. Right? Number 2. Number 3, Lakshmi Devi is very chaste woman. She never leaves the lotus feet of Lord Narayana. But when she came to know that Krishna appeared in Braj, in order to associate with Krishna, Lakshmi Devi left Narayana's association, came to Belvan and doing tapasya. But still she didn't get lotus feet of Krishna. Kasyanubhavasyana deva vidmahe tavangri renu sparsha adhikaraha vanchanti lalana acharati tapo vihaya kaman suchiram dhrutam vrataha. This is a verse from 10th canto. And number 4, simply by one chants 1000 names of Vishnu. It is a Vishnu Sahasranama Stodra. But if you chant 3 times Rama's name, it is equivalent to chanting 1 time Vishnu Sahasranama Stotra. Right? But Prabhupada quotes from Skanda Purana, if you chant 1 name of Krishna, it is equivalent to chanting 3 names of Rama. So if you chant once Krishna, how many times you are chanting Vishnu Sahasranama Stotra? 3 times. Right? So this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, in Hari Bhakti Vilas, Sanatana Goswami writes that when Krishna's name appeared, Hare Krishna Mahamantra appeared in this world, then all the other names like Rama, Tarakanama, it's called Rama, Vishnu, Vasudev, all these names, they felt unemployed, it seems. They became unemployed. I said, if Krishna's name is there, why would anybody chant any other name? It's not that I'm insulting, but that is the... Then number 5, Krishna, there are 20 types of Dharma Sutras, Yajnavalkya, all the other, so many, Parashara Samhita, like that, Manusmriti, like that there are 20 types of Dharma Sutras to be followed by everybody, which is very difficult in this age of Kali. So Krishna thought, by giving one verse, what is that verse? Sarvadharman parityaja, mamekam sharanam vraja, aham tvam sarvapapebhyo mokshishyami ma shuchaha. Simply by giving this one principle of surrender, complete surrender to Krishna, he disposed of all other religious principles. Then Prabhupada writes in the 18th chapter, Yatra Yogeshwar Krishna Yatra Partha Dhanurdhara. So in that verse, Prabhupada writes, what is the highest moral principle in this world? We speak of morality, right? Can you tell? What is the highest moral principle in this world? Huh? Right? Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyajino. Prabhupada says, constantly thinking of Krishna is the highest moral principle. What is the essence of all religious principles? Sarvadharman parityaja, mamekam sharanam vraja. Surrender unto Krishna, right? So these are, you remember, so this is the Krishna's 5 super excellent qualities. Anyway, Krishna, when he kills all these demons and all, they get liberation. So a very great personality like Gandhiji also, he said, if this personality has encouraged, violence, when Arjuna did not want to fight, he was encouraging violence. He danced with other men's wives. Then I will not accept him as God. He wrote in that, my experiments with the truth. Right? But it is no loss. Like previously, why Krishna, was fighting and then killing so many army. Right? In modern times, there is a First World War, I think 20 to 30 million soldiers, people have died. And in Second World War, 40 to 50 million people have died. And then everybody is horrified. So many people have died, so many people have died. But on the battlefield of Kurukshetra only, 64 crore people have died. Then in this 23 Akshonis plus 18 times he came. Just imagine how many people have died. Right? Is Krishna, is Krishna fond of killing, so many soldiers or so many people? But actually, it is like Krishna says in Bhagavad-gita, Hatvava prapyase swargam, jitvava bhokshase mahim. Tasmad uttishta kaunteya yuddhaya krita nishchaya yadruchaya chopapannam swargadvaram apavritam sukhinaha kshatriya partha labante yuddhamidrusham. Right? This is from sorry Baba, you are not reading only. So, second chapter Bhagavad-gita. Right? Krishna is saying, Hatvava prapyasi swargam. If you get killed in the battlefield, you will go to Swarga. Right? If you win, Krishna is telling us, if you win, you can enjoy the, bhumi. Bhokshase mahim. Jitvava bhokshase mahim. Right? So all the Kshatriyas, they desire Yadruchaya Chopapannam. They, every Kshatriya doesn't get to, fight in a battlefield, die in battlefield. So they invite, they welcome, because without much problem, just simply by dying in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, they can go to Swargaloka. Like in Padma Purana, it is said, it is impossible for a Grahastha to go to Swarga. You have heard this? It is said, like they say, so and so Agrawal, Swargavas ho gaya. So and so Oberoi, Swargavas ho gaya. But actually they should put Narakavas ho gaya. Narakavas ho gaya. Because Swarga jana, even if Prabhupada said, even if you, can you imagine Prabhupada, that in order to go to Swarga, you have to practice celibacy. Right? You have to practice celibacy. Even if you discharge even once also, you cannot go to Swarga. Right? It is not, but if somebody dies in the battlefield, so there is a joke, all these rishis and munis, they practice celibacy and they go to Swarga in order to get rid of that celibacy. They want to enjoy with the apsaras and all. Right. So, in Padma Purana it is said, because the grahasthas, they commit 5 kinds of sinful activities. It is called Panchasuna. That is why they cannot go to Swarga. But if they perform Pancha Yajna every day, then they can think of going to Swarga, like that. But here, if somebody is dying in battlefield, then automatically they will go to Swarga. Right? So it is a win-win situation, Right? Win-win situation. If you win, you can enjoy the kingdom. If you die also, no problem. You can go to Swarga. Like that. But here, Krishna is killing personally. Right? My favorite verse. I always say this verse. Tataschanye naraloka vira yada have Krishna mukara vindam netrai pibanti nayana bhiramam parthastra padamapnuyat. Right? This is from 3rd canto, 2nd chapter. Krishna, Uddhava remembering Krishna. Like that. So on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, there is a big hue and cry all the time, criticizing Krishna, that, so many people have got killed. Right? But actually there is no loss. Right? There is no loss. Why? Because all the Kshatriya kings, all the soldiers who have assembled, on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, they are very, very fortunate. Prabhupada writes in Bhakti-Rasamrita Sindhu that when Krishna would go to battlefield of Kurukshetra, he would decorate himself as if he is going for some marriage function. That he was wearing Pitambar Vastra and then wearing, Vaijayanti garland to the battlefield. Then his face is decorated with sandalwood, chitras, so many, pictures on his face. And he is wearing, and then sometimes, he is wearing garland and then sometimes he is putting garland on his kirita also, on the crown also. So very, very nicely decorated, just like, baby elephant is decorated, And then, so people would, first of all, as soon as they would come in front of Arjuna's chariot, they would forget all their mantras. They would forget all their mantras. Why? Because in front of them, Krishna is standing. Krishna is sitting and driving the chariot. And then they would become so enchanted by the beauty of Krishna, they would forget. Then, all the soldiers, they were thinking, wow, itna beautiful hai. Krishna is so beautiful. Krishna is so beautiful. Krishna is so beautiful. So Prabhupada says, simply by saying Krishna is beautiful, their love for Krishna is awakened. Right? How many of you say that RadhaRasbihari is very beautiful? Do you? Right? I see some devotees, they don't come forward only. Right? They don't come forward. They stand, in the courtyard. From courtyard, kya dekhega aap? Aake, you should be eager, Right? You should come in front of the deities. And Prabhupada writes in 4th canto Bhagavatam that Madirekshana, how to take darshan of the Lord. Right? Madirekshana means make your eyes into the bumblebees. And Krishna's face is compared to lotus flower. And there's so much honey is, emanating from Krishna's lotus face, Krishna's lotus feet. Right? Make your eyes into bumblebees and drink the honey called beauty of Krishna. Right? Prabhupada says it is very difficult, because So many distractions. People, usually they have darshan of chandelier, right? Or speaking in front of the deities. So many things we do. But actually, one should take darshan of Krishna, like what? Madhirekshana, right? Madhirekshana. So, if you appreciate every day, oh, Krishna is very beautiful, Krishna is very beautiful, then your love for Krishna will increase. So, Prabhupada puts a riddle side, that those who did not appreciate Krishna's beauty, they got only Sayujya Mukti. It is mentioned in first canto, 9th chapter. Right? When Arjuna ordered Krishna, Senayor Bhuyor Madhye Ratam Stapyamech Shapadishaki Vacho Nishamya Madhye Nijaparayor Balayor Ratham Niveshya Stitavati Parasainikar Akshna Hritavati Partha Sakhe Ratir Mamastu. So Krishna, please, Shapadishaki Vacho, because Arjuna ordered Krishna, go in front, in the middle of the battlefield. I want to see who all want to fight. Right? Who all want to fight. So Krishna, very chatur hai, very intelligent. He took the chariot and placed it in front of Bhishma, Dronak and Krupacharya. Right? So Acharya's comment, Arjuna became bewildered by seeing. That is why Sarvendriyanam Nayanam Pradhanam. Idhar udhar dekhne ka nahi. Idhar udhar dekhne se mandira, when you come to the temple, idhar udhar nahi dekhne ka. Right? Just look at the lotus face of Radharasbihari and appreciate Krishna's beauty. Offer prayers to the Lord. Make your temple visit successful by doing that. Not, doing prajalpa, showing back to your Lord, and, so many things, abusing him. Fighting in front of the deities. They are all apradhas like that. So, Shapadisaki Vacho, Nishamya Madhye. So, as per the orders of his friend, Krishna placed the chariot. And because he wanted to see the strength, of his Sena and other Sena. Then what happened? Stitavati Parasainikar Akshna. Arjuna also saw, Krishna also saw. But there is a difference between both of them seeing. Arjuna became bewildered by seeing his friends and relatives. But Krishna, what did he do? Hritavati Parasainikar Akshna, by seeing all the soldiers, Prabhupada writes, Krishna reduced their lifetimes, their ayu. Ayu ko haran kar liya. Hritavati. Ayu ko haran kar liya. So, Vishnu Chakravarti says that he adjusted their prarabdha karma for them, for some 1 hour, for some 2 hours, for some 1 day, for some 5 days, for some 18 days. Because as long as you have prarabdha karma, you have to live in this world. But Krishna, what did he do? He finished the entire prarabdha karma. And then there is little, contamination is left. Without the association of pure devotees, you cannot go back to Godhead. The kings, they assembled. Then Krishna saw all of them, Parasainika Rakshana. Then he reduced their ayu, lifespan. Now only one thing is left. Association with pure devotee. So Prabhupada says, Arjuna, being a pure devotee of the Lord, when he would release the arrows, when he would release the arrows, then they would pierce the hearts of the soldiers and enter into the heart and purify their hearts. And then entire contamination is taken out. And then their golden aeroplanes are waiting, and then they were transferred to Vaikuntha. Right? Usually, these golden aeroplanes, pilots and all, Air India pilots and all, they have a roster, So in 1 week, so many hours they have to fly. If somebody boss is not pleased with you, then they will get, overtime, allowance and all, Allah, Allah. So if they more hours they fly, the more money they will get. But if the boss is not happy, that in charge, then he will not give you that pilot, so and so pilot, so many hours, minimum only they will get. Right? Like that, they won't earn so much. In the same way, Air India, this Air Vaikunta pilots, they were not having any job, because nobody wants to go back to Godhead. Right? Nobody wants to go back to Godhead. But here Krishna is, on the battlefield. And so during 18 days, Air Vaikunta pilots, they had to do wartime. Because all the time they were vacant, empty. But now today, 18 days, they are doing wartime. जो मरते थे और तुरंत उसको वैकुंठ किधर बताया, राइट? विजय रथ कुटुंब आत्ततोत्रे धृतः रश्मिनि तच्छेक्षणीये सा भगवान रतिरस्तु मे मुमुक्षोर यमिह निरीक्षया हतगत स्वरूपम. Right? Bhishmadev is saying, right? All of you meditate on this beautiful pastime of the Lord. Right? Right? So Vijayarata Kutumba Attatotre. So Kutumba means, Prabhupada says, the personality of Godhead, he would go to any extent to protect his devotees. That is called Kutumba. Vijayarata Kutumba Attatotre. So he has taken a vow to protect the Pandavas, at any cost. Dhrutahaya Rasmini Takshri Yakshaniye. Krishna, very nicely decorated and catching the reins with his left hand. And in the right hand, he is catching a whip, chabuk. And then his hair is decorated with the dust raised by the horses. Yudhituragarajo vidum ravishvak. Vachalalita Shamavari Alankritasye. And then his face is decorated with the sweat drops, looking very beautiful. Then, because Bhishmadev is releasing the arrows on the body of Krishna, there were some injuries and blood was coming. Right? Anyway, that is another. So Vijayarata Kutumba Attatotre Dhrutahaya Rasmini Takshi Shriniye. Sa bhavatu, sa bhagavan ratirastu me mumukshor. The yam iha niriksha hatagata swarupam. So, all those soldiers who were actually fought with Arjuna and died on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, looking at Krishna, they have attained yam iha nirikshaya hatagata swarupam. They attained sarupya mukti. So, is there any loss? Right? Is there any loss? Right? If soldiers are died in the battlefield, they will go to Swarga. But here is an extraordinary circumstance where Krishna is present on the battlefield of Kurukshetra and then sending everybody to Vaikuntha. So Prabhupada writes, those who have developed complete Krishna Prema, they went to Golok Vrindavan. Those who have little bit Krishna Prema only they have developed, they have gone to Vaikuntha and attained Sarupya Mukti. Right? So for few minutes, for few seconds every day, you can meditate on this pastime. Right? Prabhupada writes, this Parthasarathi feature is seen by Bhishma only, not by Arjuna. Right? In this aspect, Bhishma is more fortunate than Arjuna. Because Arjuna could not see Parthasarathi feature. Right? All of you close your eyes and visualize this wonderful scene where Krishna is driving the chariot, beautifully decorated, and Arjuna releasing the arrows and killing, and all of them going back to Godhead. Okay? Everybody had visualized? Huh? So, Bilvamangal Thakur says that anybody who remembers this pastime every day night, Vidhi Vashat, if Yamadutas they come to pick you up, Krishna will immediately come with his chariot, make you sit in his chariot and take you back to Golok Vrindavan. Hare Bo! Right? Learn these two verses, Vijayarata Kutumba Atatotre and then Tataschanye Naralokavira Yadahave Krishna Mukarvindam Netre Pibante Nayanabhiramam Parthastra Puta Padamapnuyayat. Right? This is, one is from 1.9, another is from 3.2. Right? And every day remember this wonderful pastime of the Lord. So we will understand that there is no loss, if Krishna is killing so many soldiers, right? So why Krishna has to kill, right? Other day, one devotee is exploring Raghupati Vishnu Prabhu, that why Krishna has to come personally, right? Actually, he has to come because when Krishna killed Madhu and Kaitaba, he did not feel satisfied, fighting. They got easily killed. When Prabhupada won this court case, when he obtained this land, and then when they signed the papers, Prabhupada sat on Vyasasan, then he passed, he made a dialogue, it was a good fight. So Krishna could not tell, it was a good fight. That is why Krishna had come as Nrsingadev. Then he sent his own devotees as demons. Then there is a huge big fight between Hiranyaksha and Varahadev, and then Hiranyakashipu and Lord Nrsingadev. Then he said, "Wow, it is a good fight." Like that. Krishna has 4 arms. 4 arms. So, kabhi, like Banasura had 1,000 arms. Then he went to Lord Shiva. Mere ko dard ho raha hai. Kujli ho raha hai, I need somebody to fight. Kisi ke paas, whomever he would go, they would get, I will not fight, I will not fight. So then Lord Shiva said, rascal, there will be somebody, who will cut your hands. बहुत दर्द हो रहा है ना, वो हाथों को काट देगा. Right? Like that, in the same way, Krishna also has, right? Like he has, in Vrindavan, he has only 2 arms. But in Mathura and Dwarka, many times he would exhibit 4 arms. Right? I would ask you one question. Ramchandra, he is known for Pitruvakya Paripalaka. Right? Krishna also followed. So who is better? Whether Krishna is better Pitruvakya Paripalaka, Matruvakya Paripalaka, or Ramchandra is Pitruvak Paripalaka or Matruvak Paripalaka? Who is better? Krishna or Ram? What is your name? Gauranga, can you tell? Who is better in following the orders of his father and mother? Rama or Krishna?
Krishna.
How?
Because
Rasrajbu says, any exam, you answer, any question you ask, you say Krishna, 100 marks. Krishna, Krishna. Yeah, very nice. Why? Because Ramchandra followed his Pitruvak after 24 years, But as soon as Krishna was born, he was born, tam adbhutam balakam ambujakshanam, chaturbhujam shanka gadayudayudham, Srivatsa ankam, like that, very nice description is there. So he is born with 4 arms. Then Mother Devaki said, Krishna, my dear, then he offered prayers and all. Then Krishna, please, withdraw your this form. If Kamsa sees you, he will kill you. He will understand that you are Narayana. Vishnu has appeared. So please withdraw. Become a normal child. So Krishna became a normal child. So as long as Kamsa was not killed, he did not exhibit, when he was in Vraja, he did not exhibit his four arms. Four arms. So Ramanuja says, sometimes, when you have some hidden, treasure, what do? You in the night time, you open the drawer and then see, it is okay. The people will check, how much deposits are there, interest bada hai kya, all the gold ornaments and all are intact or not. Dekh ke wapas lock karke satisfied. Like that, Krishna was sometimes, Krishna would go behind the bushes and exhibit his four arms, because दो arms, छुपा के रखा है, वो है कि नहीं? Right? Then Ramanuja says, because the Gopas sometimes they would catch Krishna exhibiting four arms. And then they will say, "Ye kya rakshas aa gaya koi?" Then they would go and complain to the parents. Ma, today Krishna was frightening us by assuming rakshasa form. Two hands. That's why Krishna was afraid, to check his forearms. Right? So Vishwanath Chakravarti says that he would, when Krishna was killing all the demons and all, when the Vrajavasis are around, he would not assume very uncommon form. When he was killing Putana, he did not assume a very huge form like Putana. He remained as a small boy and killed all the demons. Note down, there is one word Prabhupada used in personified Vedas prayers. Prabhupada says, Krishna is Ekarasa. What? Ekarasa. Prabhupada gives a very beautiful example that, the size of the fire that manifested depends on the size of the wood. If the wood is small, the fire is small. If the wood is large, the fire is large. Like that, Prabhupada says, starting from Brahma, all of us, according to the body, size of the body, we exhibit our intelligence. When we are small, we cannot, exhibit all our consciousness and intelligence and all. But when the body is growing, like that. But Prabhupada says, in case of Krishna, he is Ekarasa. When he is a small boy, 6 days old boy, when he confronted Putana, or when, on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, when he is 80 years old, he is same rasa, ek rasa. He exhibited his Bhagavattata, his Supreme Personality of Godhead, personality of Godhead feature, like that. So, Krishna, but when he was killing Aghasura, because all the boys, they were fainted, they are in the body of Aghasura, and then no Vrajavasi is there. Then he expanded himself to kill Aghasura. Right? Otherwise, he is always Ekarasa. He remained small only as, same size. But he was killing the demons. But in Mathura and Dwarka, sometimes he would exhibit four-handed form. When did Krishna exhibit four-handed form? Anybody remembers? In Mathura, in Dwarka, in Mathura. Where else? That's why I tell you, every day read Krishna book. Every day, you should read Krishna book. Kantastha ho jana chahiye. While doing parihas with Rukmini Devi, when Rukmini Devi fell down, Krishna assumed four-handed form, right? And then lifted her with two hands. He was, rubbing the tears, right? With two hands, he was multitasking. He is doing, right? So like that, so Krishna exhibited, his chivalrous rasa, fighting, in all this battlefield. And then there is, Prabhupada says, so in order to lessen the burden of the Mother Earth, like he promised, Then he killed all these Kshatriyas. Right? Then later on, Prabhupada says, those who have been left by Krishna, these demons who are not killed by Krishna, they took birth as Brahmanas in Kali Yuga, and I was one of them. Right? I was born in Brahmin family. So, that is why all these Brahmanas, they become Mayavadis. You know, most of the Brahmin families, my entire family are Mayavadis. So, because Prabhupada said this Mayavad philosophy is demoniac. Demons. Mayavadi demons. Yesterday I was reading. Prabhupada kept on writing. Mayavadi demons. Mayavadi asuras. Mayavadi asuras. Why? Because they say that Krishna is not. Right? When Lord Nishingadev killed 60,000 Rakshasas, they all took birth as scholars in Kali Yuga. That's why all these scholars, they are against Vedas. You know, Brahmins usually, they are against like that. So all those guys who have been killed by Krishna on the battlefield, they are very, very fortunate. Either they went back to Godhead or they took birth, they got, this Sayujya Mukti. Sometimes some of the guys, they went to Swargaluka also because they had a desire. Right? So this is a very wonderful pastime. Prabhupada says, those who are weak-hearted, they are, what is Krishna doing? Right? Like that. Thank you very much, Hare Krishna. Any questions, comments? There is nothing much to speak on this shloka or purport.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. As you mentioned, by giving reference of Padma Puran, there are 5 yajna, 5 kinds of sins which is committed by Grahastha, so that they cannot go to Swargalok. So what these 5 kinds of yajna they should perform?
Yajna, 5 kinds of yajna.
5 types of yajna.
What are the Panchasuna is, while walking, we kill insects, jivas. While grinding, we kill. While, brooming, we kill. While breathing, we kill. While boiling, we kill. Like that, there are Panchasunas. In order to overcome this Pancha Mahayajna has to be performed. The first one is Deva Yajna. Number 2, Rishi Yajna. Number 3, Pitru Yajna. Number 4, Manushya Yajna. Number 5, Bhuta Yajna. So Deva Yajna means every day. That is why it is mentioned that all those people who want to be considered themselves as Kritajna, grateful people, they should offer arati to Krishna every day. At least lamp offering. Lamp arati one should offer to Krishna. Deva, for us, Deva means Krishna. So Deva Yajna means worshipping Krishna every day. If all the grahasthas, Prabhupada writes in 2nd canto Bhagavatam, they should have deities. In 7th canto also Prabhupada writes that they should have deities at home and worship every day. So those who cannot, at least they should come to the temple and watch the arati. Right? So, but if you cannot offer the full arati, at least offer a lamp arati. Right? Then number 2, Rishi Yajna. So although Krishna, Valmiki Muni and Vedavyas, Valmiki Muni gave Ramayana, Vedavyas Muni gave all this Bhagavad-gita, Bhagavatam and all. So we should read at least one verse from the scriptures every day. Then Pitru Yajna, one should offer prasadam to the Pitrus. And then for Manushya Yajna, this Atithi Satkar. Atithi Satkar. One should serve the guests. Right? If you're a grahastha, so Prabhupada, one disciple went and asked Prabhupada, how to lead a grahastha life? He thought, how many times he has to combine and Prabhupada said, a real Vaishnava, he has combines with his wife only 4 or 5 times in his whole life. Then he was telling to this Gargamuni Prabhu. Then Prabhupada, then he said, then what is the use? Oh, you go to office, काम करो, और only 5 times in a lifetime. then that is the purpose, Prabhupada said. It's a waste, unnecessary burden, Anyway, he went and asked Prabhupada. Prabhupada said, wife cooks, husband offers, and then husband goes out and shouts, anyone hungry? Anyone hungry? Anyone hungry? 3 times. If somebody is hungry, they would serve the guest first and then they eat. So Prabhupada, Grahastha life means charity. Especially Annadan. Like that. In and around your house, nobody should go hungry. Right? So, Narada Muni says that a Grahastha invites a Vaishnava and cooks with ghee and offers food to him. Right? He will enjoy unlimited opulences. Right? That is the... so, Grahastha means... so, if a guest is not... last time when a Vaishnava visited your house?
It's been 1 month, Prabhuji. It's been 1 month.
Very good. Your house? Any Vaishnava visited your house? Huh? Yeah? When did last visit? 4 minutes. Yeah. Your house? Any Vaishnava visited your house? Huh? बंद. होल से देखने का, हरे कृष्णा वाले आया है, डोनेशन मांगेगा, बोल देना नहीं है. ऐसा नहीं है ना? ऐसा बहुत लोग करते हैं हमसे. नहीं है. रामरूप आया, डोनेशन मांगेगा. So, Prabhupada says, if a Vaishnava doesn't visit your house is like a snake hole. Right? So, guests should come, Prabhupada says, my father is not very rich man, but every day he is receiving 3-4 guests and feeding them very nice prasad. And number 5, Bhuta Yajna. These crows, they come wherever neem paid is there. That is very auspicious. Neem, this kawa eats this neem ka fruit or whatever, phal, and then passes stool. There, neem ka, you don't need any water or anything. They just grow up. So, even crows also are helping us. The cows, a snake is a friend of a farmer, they say. They eat all these insects and rats and all. So, usually farmers, they don't kill snakes. Anyway, so all these things are there. So, you must, Prabhupada said, even if snake lives in your house, you should take care of that snake. The cats and, like Prabhupada's father used to keep some food in the middle of his shop. The rats will eat that food and they will not eat the cloth. Right? Like that, all living entities we should take care. That is called Pancha Mahayajna. Right? We should not, I'm a devotee ban gaya, abhi sabka jarat kya hai? Right? I don't think like that. Right? Any other question? Sanajit Prabhu, any comment? Any corrections? Any corrections? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki.